And there's Deckard Cain, who has certainly risen significantly in the meta of late. But an insta-lock ETC there by Mongoose. Not a surprise. ETC Joanna right now, the top 2 tanks in the game. Or none. With Joe banned, seems like an obvious pick. What is Randy Newman gonna pick? Randy Newman, the team, not the player. Looks like we got the Jaina Maiev, which is a very aggressive but strong combo. So it's going to be Randy Newman playing Maiev and Randy Nudeman playing Jaina.
For the Nexus.
And on the other side, we have Lucio Orphea. So Giggle Schmack going to jump onto Orphea. I think we saw it last time and thought it was played well, just limited by... Oh, wait, no. It was played in game 1 where it was ended up being a hard DC. Unable to get back into the game. So hopefully that does not repeat. Sonya going to be banned out. Sonya has certainly grown in popularity this season after kind of feeling not helpful lately due to a lack of CC, but at this point, 22% popularity, only 46% win rate though. Next ban to come in. Do they ban a healer? Do they ban a tank? Mouth seems like a good ban. I'm gonna ban out Zool, who is actually still up in this draft, which that makes sense. Zool would be pretty devastating with this comp, I would say. The root setting up Jaina just absolutely obliterates. Next 2 picks to come in for Randy Newman. It's gonna be Stukov, Mal'Ganis. I like that combo a lot. Mal'Ganis can absolutely set up a Stukov combo. I would say I'd prefer Mouth. That is what I will say. I would prefer Mouth here if I were just drafting on paper, not basing on hero pools or anything like that, obviously. Mal'Ganis Malfurion is strong, Maiev Malfurion is strong, Jaina Malfurion is strong. Stukov is not bad by any means, but just not as good. It's going to be the Uther main tank, or possibly off lane. Actually, probably off lane. It's a bit risky to pick when you don't see what the enemy is taking, but see how it goes. Then Kael'thas is going to be the last pick, so this is a double mage combo. Into the Maiev, into the Mal'Ganis, that kind of worries me a bit. They do have some CC to deal with Mal'Ganis, certainly, the Uther ETC, as well as the Gravity Lapse, so that helps tremendously, since you really need to get CC onto Mal'Ganis. But I'm a bit worried about the double mage. I've said that before, though, and have been wrong. It does help that Orphea kind of plays like an auto attacker in a lot of ways. But I really like the comp out of Randy Newman. Again, I would say it would be perfect with a Malfurion, but that's just like my opinion. I don't think it's bad. I am worried about the fact that Stukov doesn't have a cleanse, and there are 3 stuns on the enemy team in base kits, not even counting ultimates. At that point, you have to look at Crushing Jaws, Mosh, Divine Storm. But we'll see how it goes. Team's loaded in nice and quick. That's what we like to see here on the next escape. Everyone loves a quick... That sounds dirty, doesn't it? Anyway, on the left side, we go ahead and introduce Team Training Wheels. Giggle Schmack on the Orphea Ouija. On Lucio, Jason, Demi on Kael'thas, Mongoose on ETC, and Larson on the Uther. And on the other side, we're going to have Randy Newman on Maiev, Randy Newman on Stukov, Randall Newman on Sylvanas, Wandy Wooman on Mal'Ganis, and finally Randy Nudeman on the Jaina. Take a look at those level 1s. Orphea, Uther have not picked the level 1 yet. I am going interesting. Pursuit of Vengeance. Is trying to just get multiple tethers off. Mongoose, a bit forward, does step forward to avoid getting tethered. And then some good turnaround damage on the Wandy Wooman. So, good opening salvo fired from Team Training Wheels. Gonna send Orphea top, Uther, KT to the bottom. And there is a stun onto Randy Nudeman. Randy Nudeman very low, and Kael'thas gonna get the auto attack finish. First kill of the game heading over side of Team Training Wheels as they secure a kill onto that Jaina. Which means no one's soaking in the bottom for now, so that's a great way to win the lane on Uther. Just kill the opponent. I have Stukov burning the camp. Not the fastest clear, certainly. But with the Jaina down, not really able to do much faster. Jaina going to throw the Blizzard in to help out. A lot of resources and time used there. And some Soak Mist as a result of that. Wandy Wooman coming down into the bot. Now facing off against the Uther, who did go Q build. Keep an eye on that. Up in the top, Sylv. Clearing out the lane against Giggleshmack, who's just currently playing safe, sitting behind the wall, letting the lane push in. Not trying to stack the Sylvanas, which is respectable, as Randall Newman will have to step up in a big way in order to make anything happen. Looks like Team Training Wheels has won the camp push here. Sleep comes in with the tether. Jay's on a bit low. Wandy Wooman on the chase. Meanwhile, Orphea has killed Sylvanas up in the top lane. The second off-lane kill on the side of Team Training Wheels, killing a member of Randy Newman. We do have Maiev rotating top, so they won't lose as much XP, but already about a 3/4 level lead here for the side of Team Training Wheels. Now, Lucio coming down. Wants to get onto Randy Nudeman, but just not quite able to turn the corner and get the back boop. Mal'Ganis coming in with a sleep. Finds a Kael'thas. Kael'thas now getting chased down a bit. Throws the gravity lapse for some turnaround damage out onto Randall Newman. First objective being started here in the bottom. Looks like Team Training Wheels going to go ahead and take their camp, while Randy Newman pressures up for the objective. No one on their camp. Uther grabs a little bit of mid-soak. XP actually fairly even at the moment. Now Randy Newman sending Jaina and Stukov back for their own camp. I'm just going to walk away. They did get 13 seconds on the channel, so more than a third of the way done. Actually, more than 2/5 of the way done. If you want, it's 43.3%. You're welcome. But now camp being cleaned up by Randy Newman. Jaina has finished, but needing to back due to a lack of HP and MP. And this is going to give valuable time, 24 seconds and ticking, for Randy Newman to get the defense here. Team Training Wheels putting on a good show so far in terms of the macro. But now have to recognize they have a camp up on their own wall. Now here comes the engage. Mal'Ganis hard into the back line. ETC, though, separated from the team, takes a ton of damage and has to back up. Mal'Ganis with the better self-sustain here. And so this channel is going to be stopped with 2.8 left. Team Training Wheels going to come back and defend their towers. Randy Newman going to step up and look for the channel. Lucio here to stall. ETC coming in onto the flank. Going to force Randy Newman back, and it looks like we might see our first 5v5 fight here. Sylv chunking a ton of damage there into Mongoose. Lucio gonna heal it up, but his Amp It Up will be down for a while. Blink threatened by Maev's. Trigger not pulled on it, wisely so. There's the stun onto Maev. Gravity Lapse, ton of damage, and Kel'Thas gonna secure the kill, but he is gonna go down to the counter engage from Mal'Ganis, who's on the chase onto Gigglesmack. Gigglesmack gonna be able to get out of that, get the healing from Lucio for the time being. It is a 4v4 at the moment. There's a big power slide from ETC onto Sylvanas Mal'Ganis, but Mal'Ganis with a big counter engage. Gigglesmack is sleeping on the backside. Wendy Newman doing exactly what you need to do on the Mal'Ganis, getting a ton of damage out. Gigglesmack very low. Power slide just trying to peel out the remaining members of Team Training Wheels, but Randy Newman almost gets the channel, gets interrupted, but that is the last stall ETC's gonna have in the pocket. Randy Newman with 14 seconds left to their first objective. And with the lane being cleared, are we going to see the back channel attempt? We are, but there's not the time. And nobody channeling onto the front side. The minions did not get the interrupt. So they tried to go for the back channel, but just not enough time, and recognized by Randy Newman, making sure that there wasn't enough time. Randy Newman going to win the first objective. Randy Newman pushing up into the mid. And once again, I mean, just already stacking so hard here. 61 stacks already. So you're looking at 30% increase in damage, which is just crazy at this point in the game. Yeah, absolutely nuts. Camp pushing up aggressively. We're focusing here for the time being. There's a power slide onto Wendy Wooman. The well is down. Lucio's asleep back here. Now the stun coming in. Looks like Sylvanas, though, more focused on the siege damage right now. Rightly so. Lucio trying to be a bit creative. There's a power slide. Gigglesmack now blinking in. This is a 4v4. Now 5. Oh, Jason flanking in. Gonna get onto Wendy Wooman. Wendy Wooman does not get the ult off. Gets popped there. Now there's a power slide onto Jane, who's in a bad spot. Uther stun, down it goes. 2 kills for Team Training Wheels. And they defend all 3 of their forts still standing. Albeit the mid, let's say, not healthy. Immediate rotation into the Firebat camps for both teams. And yes, I called them Firebats because they are coded as Firebats. In fact, in the map data files, they are called Firebats. They work exactly like them. The only difference, there are 3 instead of 2. Which is why the camp is so powerful, by the way. Why, if it's left alone, it just wreaks havoc. It takes forts, keeps, anything. I mean, arguably, the camp is stronger than the boss. In some respects. That. Maev takes the blink there. Oh, but a gravity lapse missed. Otherwise, that very well could have been a kill. Tons of damage coming out there. 76 stacks. That is a lot of extra damage. Maev fakes the blink in. Fort does go down. Now, keep in mind, Team Training Wheels up 5-1 in kills. But despite that, Randy Newman using that first objective to get, I think, a pretty big macro lead on the map, now with the passive XP lead. Now looking like they want to push in top with this objective. Team Training Wheels can say, all right, well, let's do boss. Now, they don't have the best boss burn. Don't have anyone like a Rainer or a Greymane. On the other side, Randy Newman going to go for top boss. Has better burn. And with the wall down top, this potentially gets a lot more value, although the wall is very softened up on bottom. Bottom camp finished. Top boss about to go down. This is a top objective. Jaina making a play for the Siege Giants. Kel'Thas looking like he might do the same with Orphea. Nope, they are not going to go for their Siege camp at this time. They are racing to the objective. They don't want to get down in channels again like they did last time. Amp It Up has been used by Lucio. Looks like Team Training Wheels wants to focus on cleaning up this boss. The fort, it did go down in the top, though. And Randy Newman with channel progress, already 25% of the way there and counting. 26 seconds now. Uther's going to step up and try to get the channel. Does stop the channel. Meanwhile, Boss pushing in the bottom. Has actually taken fort, and this Boss going to die to top, but it does get a keep tower. 5v5 here. Both teams with their 10s. ETC power slides in. Finds Randall Newman. Maiev takes a big chunk of damage, but Uther with the Divine Storm tries to go for Randall Newman. Doesn't secure the kill. Now going to drop to the Mal'Ganis. Uther can throw out some heals here for a second. There's a Mosh. Catches two with the Orphea ult. Only lands onto the Sylvanas, but it is enough. Great boot back into the ult by Ouija to get the Stukov kill as well. And Team Training Wheels turns that around with the help of the Uther heals, and most importantly, that big Mosh by Mongoose. Now looking for the channel. Mongoose doesn't take the right angle on that power slide. So Jaina gonna survive that. Siege Camp is up at the moment. Siege Camp had to be cleared up back here, and you can see, I mean, it just cut through the keep wall like a knife through butter there. Camp now being cleaned up. ETC going to, step up, but there's the sleep. There's the blizzard. Sylvanas trucking out the damage. But here's the Phoenix. Root combo onto ETC. Follow-up's not there. Team Training Wheels has finished the objective, but Mongoose is so low. There's the tether forcing back in. Eternal Feast used. Doesn't hit anyone. Uther has gone down, and the Ghost has fallen, so now ETC falls due to a lack of healing. Gigglesmack is slowed by the Jaina. I don't see them getting away. In fact, they don't. That is 3 turnaround kills by Randall Newman, or Randy Newman, I should say. So despite the deaths there, or despite the objective there, hard to imagine a lot's going to be gotten off this objective because of the 3 deaths. Level 15.5 versus 14.5, so that's a level lead for Randy Newman. Last Hope really is up top. Sylvanas up to 104 stacks. 50% damage buff this early. Well, we are in the mid-game at this point, handedly so. Maybe even late mid-game, you could say. Oh, Mongoose just not there with the power slides right now, but a really good juke there by Wandy Wooman. Wandy Wooman playing very well, I would say. And there is the camp taken by Randy Newman. Camp being taken by Team Training Wheels. 16 advantage now. What was once 5-1 kills, now 7-5. Randy Newman closing the gap and still with a sizable structure lead here. But there's the stun. They're looking for the Maiev. ETC on the power slide. Good vault there by Randy Newman to escape. Wandy Wooman looking for the counter engage. Into the back line. There's the Warden's Cage. ETC gets root comboed to death. Larson now unable to escape. That is Uther going down. Tried to step up for the Divine Storm. Kael'thas gets taken on back line. Jaina is just cleaning up. Newman going to work. We have a streaker. Finally says, yeah, you Randy Newman, you go ahead and take that one. I have enough kills. And now the shoe is on the other foot. 9-7 kills. And Randy Newman with a big lead in this series. Going up 4-1. And the camp has been cleaned up. Push coming down here into bottom. Sorry, I had to turn off the mic to cough for a second. There's the power slide onto Wandy Wooman. Stun follow. Wandy is low. Wandy stunned out, unable to ult, and that is the Mal'Ganis kill they need. Root there from Jaina is going to prevent the chase. For the time being, Ouija extremely low. But right before the objective, a great time to get that kill. That will allow Team Training Wheels to start looking at taking this objective. The objectives do get stronger as the game goes on, and Stukov is just going to Perma silence the point and prevent the channel for the time being. Orphea going to truck some damage out there. Long Pitch tried to use stall, but camp now starting to be taken. Prison camp starting to be taken. 38 seconds. Mal'Ganis is going to be down for another 12. So it doesn't look likely that Randy Newman will have much time to defend this. As Mal'Ganis is going to take another probably 13, 20 seconds to get here, somewhere between there. There's only going to be about 10 seconds left by the time a fight can be taken, but meanwhile, mid-keep has gone down, and those fire bats can do a lot of damage to the core. There's the Warden's Cage, so much damage coming out. The sustain was there for a bit, but it's just not enough. 4 kills. That Warden's Cage was huge. 4 for 1, and Jason's not getting out. Meanwhile, we're taking some serious damage here, but won't end, and the core does heal itself. Still, 5-man team wipe in exchange for 1 death. You take that, and Randy Newman just putting on a show, and actually starting the boss here as well. Now, keep in mind, Stukov did go Spine Launcher, so he loses significant PvE damage going that route. Otherwise, though, I like Randy Newman's build. It's something I would do. The Targeted Excision, the Root combo, the Super Strain. And now with level 20 advantage versus level 17, this could very well be the game. Still currently defending. I suspect we haven't seen the last of Team Training Wheels defending this. Though they are playing very patient going in. They only have 10 seconds now, though, so perhaps a bit too patient. The boss has been finished. There's a power slide. Looking for Newman. Ooh, the flailing swipe has been interrupted. Stukov taking top off. That's the first bad talent choice I've seen. Top off, it just doesn't... I don't know. I don't like it. My opinion. Ooh, Mongoose gonna take a lot of damage. 144 stacks. 72% damage buff. There's the Warden's Cage. That spells disaster. Huge silence there by Stukov as well. And Mal'Ganis is just stunning everyone on the backline with the blind as a bat. Uther goes down. 5v3. Mal'Ganis just going to take a quick little timeout, and that is looking like Mongoose won't escape. Ouija going to help. Lucio goes down. Pop goes the Lucio. This boss now has finished up the bottom wall. 1.4 seconds. Team Training Wheels unable to finish the objective, and that will be Randy Newman likely ending the game off this objective. Dominant showing by them so far. Early game looked like Team Training Wheels was going to get some picks, and they did, but just unable to win those team fights. 17-9 kills. Randy Newman starting to work on this core. It has 2 armor plates down. They could go for the bottom keep to make it 3. I don't think they need to, though. 20,000 health on the core. Jason extremely low. Wandy Woman trying to be disruptive. But now Randy Newman actually steps up too much there and gets turned around on. Core down to 15k. The extra mercenary camp or cavalry will come in the top in a second. There's a stun, though, onto Mal'Ganis. But now, not stunned anymore. Going in for the sleep. No, face melt. Down it goes, but the core still falls. And Randy Newman looking good in that game. Team Training Wheels going to have to retool, come back. And Randy Newman, they've been having a good season. They really showed it there. Take a look at those post-game stats. My goodness, Randall Newman was just... It was... Where did they finish on stacks? You can't see. It was north of 150, which is disgusting. Just absolutely insane levels of damage. Lucio just completely unable to keep up with the healing. And Lucio, I mean, not even able to get the sound barrier off much of the time. The combo with the Maiev, Mal'Ganis, Stukov. That silence doing work. Didn't need the Twilight Dream that I was thinking of for Mouth. Was just happily working with that Stukov silence. And that's the end of the game. So from there, we're going to take a brief pause. Be back for map number 2. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. All right, hello everyone. Sorry, I was muted for a second there. Welcome back to the next gaming series. EB Smiley here, bringing you this very last second picked up map between Randy Newman and Team Training Wheels. As just getting things squared away here. The teams were on the wrong side, but we're getting set up here for game number 2. Getting set up for game number 2. Randy Newman comboed post 10 extremely well and just took the game over against Team Training Wheels. They lost the second objective, but Team Training Wheels died on the retreat and were just unable to really get anything with their single one objective. But with that, getting set up now for game number 2. Go. Getting the team. I'm ready. Yeah, Team Training Wheels just kind of they got grouped up so much, and it all came off the Randy Newman Maiev play. Randy Newman, and by Randy Newman I mean the player Randy Newman, but also the team around it. As I sorry, I've been muted because I unmuted the game and in doing so muted myself. Relegate the ABBA band, the Joanna band. We have. Is it the Maiev? It is the Maiev. So respect ban on to Randy Newman's Maiev there. Maiev just one of those heroes that when it's played well, very, very hard to play against. And you can see that as a result of that, I mean, not a high participation rate, not a high win rate, but even despite those things, it's warranted a ban after that last game. And there is the Zul ban that I expected. Zul, incredibly strong on this map. Incredibly strong in general. And when you're second pick, you're kind of forced to ban it, which it sucks, but that's the nature of the beast. Alright. First pick coming in for Team Training Wheels. Do they grab the ETC again? They insta-locked it last game, but now they're saying, look, we want to get the Jaina. We haven't had it lately. Jason has played a lot of Jaina this season. It's been played very well. Trying to get Jason onto that comfort. Now you can see 2 and 2 on the hero, but good team fight damage numbers. Good KDA. Gonna respond with the ETC Deckard. So once again, a lot of counter engage potential. Fleet could set up Mosh. Mosh could set up a big root with Scroll of Stone Curse. There's a lot of damage potential. Sticking with the Lucio, grabbing the Hanzo as well. Hanzo on this map, typically you think maybe you'll see something like a W build. But that does leave them tankless going into the break. So do we see a tank ban? Joe's already banned. ETC's already taken. Nubrek gonna be denied from Mongoose. As a Wandy Wooman, I believe this is their first game with Randy Newman. Please correct me if I'm wrong on that, chat. But very, very, very impressive game won by Wandy Wooman. Sylvanas banned out, was hilariously stacked by the end of the game. Was just destroying the hopes and dreams of Team Training Wheel. Gul'dan, that's good shrine control. Now they need a good finisher. Samuro can finish. So, despite the lack of an Abathur, we are getting the Samuro. And when played well, it's a devastating hero. And Gul'dan gives them really good shrine control. So I'm really liking this draft. It shakes things up a bit. One fear that you have is the Samuro clones can steal Deckard potions. Bit of an issue. Sonya Diablo, so much more aggressive. I like grabbing the Diablo here, strong onto the map. And then the Sonya has tons of follow-up damage. It's much more active and off-laner, where the Uther just didn't feel very impactful in the last game. And there's Malthael. It was banned out in the last game, but this time got through. And, you know, Randy Newman, they're going to draft kind of some crazy stuff, but I got to say, Malthael Deckard is actually incredibly strong. With the Ruby changes, I mean, Deckard can put like 9 potions on the backline, and Mouth can just sit there. Not even through his own self-sustain, just literally won't lose health because of the potions. So, you know, it's a very, very much we need to get a kill quickly on the side of Team Training Wheels. A lot of poison damage with Gul'dan and Malthael. Sometimes double poison damage can backfire, especially against the Lucio, who can nullify it out with a Sound Barrier or a Rejuvenesca with the Amp It Up. But they have the Samuro, and normally what you worry about when you see these double poison damage comps is a lack of siege damage. They don't have that. They have Samuro. That's a big difference. They could also go into Ancient Blessings with Deckard, and that would help significantly as well. I'm going to go ahead and get set up for the game. And as we go to introduce the teams, on the left side. Try that again. On the left side, Eagle Schmeck going to be on Hanzo. We're going to have Ouija on Lucio, Jason on Jaina, Mongoose on Diablo, and Larson going to be playing Sonya. It is Team Training Wheels. Looking to reverse sweep the series, get a much-needed win. On the other side, Randy Newman. It's going to be Randy Newman on Deckard. Randy Newman on the Gul'dan. Is that accurate? Yes, it is. So a little bit of a role swap here. Randall Newman on Malthael, Randy Wooman on the ETC, getting flipped, and down in the bottom, it is Randy Newman on the Samuro. So we did get a bit of a role swap here. Randy Newman, who played the Maiev last game, who had been tanking, now moving to heals. Very versatile player, showing that ability off. And, Diablo going to finish that rotation up. Sonya going to rotate down to deal with this Samuro. Take a look at those talents. Hanzo is going with the W build. Soul Shield out of Diablo. War Paint from Sonya. Got Jaina looking for those glows with Fingers of Frost. Celerando from the Lucio, which is my personal favorite talent. Deckard going with the spell damage increase, which also helps his potions on Root. Gul'dan with the E build, already at 11 stacks. Won't have any trouble stacking that against the Samuro. On a Pale Horse from Malthael, Frog Rock from ETC, and Way of the Wind from the Samuro. So far, seeing some aggressive camp rotations on the side of Team Training Wheels. Lucio soaking the mid. Slight advantage to the Siege camp or Randy Newman at this point. Team Training Wheels going to be able to clean this up. Samuro, though, still pushing in that bottom. Excuse me, I said Gul'dan could stack quickly against the Samuro. Gul'dan's on the same team as Samuro, so the fact that there's already 11 stacks just mean that, hey, Randy Newman's quite good, and Team Training Wheels may have stacked up a little bit on that initial team fight. In either case, this one's interesting. Consume Soul. Kill an enemy minion for some mana. We'll be able to use that, but won't be able to use it on the shrine itself. I think Diablo tried to flip Randy Newman there, and it just didn't quite work. Lucio, not sure what happened. Was that a lag? I'm unsure what exactly caused Lucio to be that deep that long. I don't know if that was just a mistake or what. In either case, Team Training Wheels now really desperate to make something happen. Lucio is back up, heading towards the objective. Maybe that was just like, hey, I just need to get some mana. Just gonna pop back to the shrines faster than Hearthing. Death timers are still short. Maybe that was the play. In either case. Wandy Wooman getting stunned into the wall, but the heals were there. And now Mongoose is low. Giggleshmack gonna have to jump over the wall. Samuro all over Jason in the backline. Larson spinning to winning, but just overall, the heals currently in favor of Randy Newman with those rubies. And you gotta be careful with those rubies about stacking up here. Sonya dives into the backline looking for Randy Newman. There's the power slide into the root. Sonya so low, and Larson is gonna get popped, but Malthael is still alive and actually turning this around on the Mongoose, who's gonna die. Mongoose goes down. Now Ouija power slid. Is he gonna be able to escape? Has the speed boost, but it's not gonna be enough. Deckard getting the last touch there with the root. And that is going to be Randy Newman already off to a strong start. 4 kills to 0 as Team Training Wheels just having a hard time getting this momentum turned around at this point.
Red team has summoned an arcane punisher.
Oh, Arcane Punisher coming down the lane. Goes off the top rope. Diablo easily going to be able to take that damage. Do fine. Doing a good job holding the Punisher in the Blizzard, making sure the maximum damage can be hit. Punisher goes down. Only 1 tower taken. All this while, Samuro starting to push the bottom, though. So, Malthael takes the Siege Camp in middle. Very, very low mana. Might want to think about Hearthing. At least going to go top for the time being. Samuro starting to work on that bottom camp. Now baits the Sonya a little bit. Randy Newman throwing some potions out just to make sure they can steal this. Wandy Wooman rotating down as well. Randy Newman gonna help zone Larson out of this. Team Training Wheels might come down. They want to try to get a fight before 10 to equalize the XP. But just gonna have a hard time doing it. Some good Samuro work there. And Giggleshmack is quite low up in the top. Needs to be careful. Die alone was the choice from the Malthael, so gonna basically punish anyone who tries to lane against him. And with the double solo laners, there's just so much macro control on the side of Randy Newman, and that has turned into an early level 10, and now pushing up against this bot wall, going for the cannon. We got Stay a While and Listen, Mosh, Last Rites. It is the Blade Storm and the Horrify. So, all the talents I expected to see. Meanwhile, Mongoose trying to get what soak that he can, but good actually XP zoning. Still though, level 10 just now ticking over. Hanzo's in the top. Randall has come down though, and numbers currently favoring Team Training Wheels. Larson has to take a weird angle to avoid that route, but wisely so. And then the disengage now by Randy Newman as they go off once again to soak the lanes. And that on a pale horse just allows this Mal'Ganis, or Malthael, excuse me, to be so slippery. Sonya cleaning up bot. ETC gonna take some shots here. Meanwhile, up in the top, actually, Malthael does get picked off there. So first kill for Jason and company, but they do trade out with a death by Larson on the bottom. So a bit unfortunate how that transpired ultimately for them. Both teams taking their bruiser camp. This will be a frozen Punisher here in the mid. As level 10s are here for both. We got the Sound Barrier, Welly, Wrath, APOC, and Dragon's Arrow. Once again, fairly standard. Because the enemy team doesn't have a cleanse, APOC is definitely the way to go. Mongoose zoning out that bottom point. Deckard already with a ton of potions onto the point, though. ETC power sliding in. There's the APOC, but didn't really combo that ult with anything. And now the big root turnaround with the Sleep Blade Storm. And once again, the Wombo is there for Randy Newman, and they take out 3. With Diablo, with the APOC, you really want to combo with it to try to get that 1 kill, and we just didn't see it happen there. And meanwhile, Samuro just runs top and takes top fort as well off the kill. And so once again, Randy Newman with just a huge lead in this game. Randy Newman looking good.
Red team has summoned a frozen Punisher.
Frozen Punisher now in the lane for Randy Newman. Bot camp cleaned up by Team Training Wheels, just trying to get some kind of pressure, but that time they spent doing it is probably going to be a sacrifice of this mid fort. They're going to hope that camp gets a lot of value down here in the bottom. Samuro, though, is going to go and clear it. As the fort has dropped, this Punisher is still very healthy. Over 2/3 health remaining. Diablo going to bait it over the wall. Damage coming in. Wrath of the Berserker used just to make sure they get a very quick kill onto it, which they do. It was Ancient Blessings by Deckard as well, so actually just a ridiculous amount of siege damage now, as Samuro clones can also benefit from that. They could take a structure extremely quickly. Mongoose separated out. Dragon's Arrow was a miss. Randy Newman somehow gets out of there. So that's 1-0 at the moment. Randy Newman, Jason wants this kill. Turnaround, Jason not able to get it. Jaina goes down. Deckard does drop. Lucio drops as well. Sonya drops. 5-man wipe.
Blue team dominated.
Got some pings there. Trying to get the ETC, but ETC just refusing to die. Even with Deckard dead and without the healing, that Prog Rock helping the AoE healing, but or just helping the ETC. Off the guitar solo self-heals. Now going for the well. They don't have Samuro here, which means they don't have a lot of damage. Gul'dan gonna get flipped into the Jaina Blizzard. Now slowed. Lucio coming in with the reverse amp. They really want this Gul'dan kill, and they do get it, but Last Rites is going to take out Diablo once again. The question is, will Randall Newman be able to get away? There is the Mosh! Lucio accidentally stepping back into it. Dragon's Arrow going to interrupt it. Randall Newman going to drop with the help of that Welly. Sonya now on the chase, wants to get onto the ZTC, but the root is going to stop the chase, and actually now Samuro wants this Lucio boot back. Will survive. 2 kills for 1. A lot of chaos right now. There's a big power slide. Jason taking the brunt of the pinball wizard. Gonna have to walk away from this one. And once again, Samuro off in the lane, getting value. Being played very well by Randy Newman. Bruiser Camp getting cleaned up now. Level 16 advantage is here for Randy Newman, and Team Training Wheels has a long way to go. Still just starting level 15, and they don't have any passive XP bonus, as all 3 forts still standing for Randy Newman. And if they can't get some forts soon, I mean, that's going to translate to a level 20. Already a 2-level lead. Might be a 2.5 level lead come level 20. At the rate this is going. Shrine coming up now. It will be the Mortar Punisher. We've seen Arcane. We've seen Frozen. Now Mortar. It is in the bot lane. But these camps, you know, been taken twice by Team Training Wheels. Actually 3 times now, I think. But just haven't really done anything to this fort wall. Still very healthy. And now, you know, level 16 here, they're saying, look, we don't have time. We don't have time for the Bruiser. We have to try to fight this. This is a very desperate fight on the side of Team Training Wheels. Sonya coming into the back line. Need to pull the trigger on their combo. They wait too long. There's the APOC, but Jaina goes down. And now there's a big sleep hitting 3. There's a Mosh. Oh, Ouija goes down. Mongoose goes down. Hanzo goes down. That's going to be a 5-man team wipe. I think they just, with the Diablo, they need to be a lot more assertive. They need to be less patient, though that may sound strange to say. And that was a very clean engage, all the same, by Randy Newman. And that is another 5 kills. This is a Punisher coming in. Looks like they want to go... or what are they going to do? Hovering, they have 2 hovering mid. Blade Storm was used there for some reason. Looks like they're going to turn their attention to bot. I thought maybe they were going to try to rotate top and get some value up there. Taking out the keep. The keep has actually dropped to the Katas. And now this is a very healthy Punisher. It is on the core. Has good bait back there by Team Training Wheels. And actually the Punisher staying onto the core now that the keep has gone down. The shields are still holding. But Mongoose has just been rooted. Now, ooh, Jason is asleep, but manages to get out. Dragon's Arrow is a miss again. APOC used, doesn't collect anything. Or does take 16% damage, but it looked like Randy Newman was busy with Larson on the backline. Do they try to go for the end here? Jason low, blows the ice block, and that will be enough for Jason to get out of there. Sound barrier has been used. Randy Newman, all 3 keeps are down. But not going to try to pull the trigger on the end. Not trying to force anything. I don't know. I mean, they had the 20 advantage, but Samuro did have to, I believe, demonic circle back there based on his current position. I think they could have ended there. Now just working on painting the map red. They're going to grab the bottom siege camp. Mid siege will be up in a minute. Bruiser will be up for Team Training Wheels here in 15, but they are nowhere close to level 20. It's going to be a 3-level difference already. They still have 2 full levels to go before they're on equal talent here. and time is very much against them. Next Punisher should come up really before they have 20, and it is going to be a frozen Punisher. Team Training Wheels just trying to find soak where they can, trying to deal with all this pressure coming in. Samuro's going to go top and take their bruiser camp, though, so the map very, very red. I think the post-alternative band Chevelle had a song about this. See red again, see red again, see red again. That was a good band. I don't care. I like Chevelle. Not even apologizing. I love their song, much like Suffocate. Team Training Wheels, though, on the back ropes. If they lose this map, they lose the series. And all three keeps down, no forts taken. It's gonna take a monumental comeback. And they won't even be able to do it off a single Punisher. That's the troubling part. This fort wall in the mid still standing. Radney's. That's gonna be the next player, Radney's Newman.
A shrine gathers power. You will take it from me.
And man, just this pressure. Team Training Wheels, I mean, they need to be getting onto the objective at the start, but they're so pushed back. And now they're going to have to deal with a bruiser pushing top. All this while, Randy Newman already getting control. This is it. This is their last chance. They're not going to get 20. They have to take this fight all the same. And this is the last breath for Team Training Wheels. Let's see if they can make it a good one. Larson moves into the back, but very isolated. Focus there onto Samuro. May have wanted to APOC combo that. Now Larson just completely isolated, but there's the Dragon's Arrow, but Last Right going to secure the kill. There is the APOC combo, but doesn't get the flip into it. And there's the Mosh securing the kill onto Jaina. Ooh, Wandy Wooman is low. Down goes Jaina, down goes ETC, or excuse me, down goes Hanzo, down goes ETC. And that will be the game. Catapult already on the core, two of them, but it's not going to be enough. Mongoose just recognizing the situation and unfortunately giving up the ghost here. Randy Newman, really dominant set from them. And that will be the series. Randy Newman, once again, just continuing their strong start on the season. That's going to be it. Randy Newman. And just look at the damage in terms of Malthael, in terms of Gul'dan. I mean, both trucking out the damage as well as the Samuro. Samuro, that XP soak was a huge difference. I mean, you saw the 3-level difference by the end of the game. You know, I think there were some opportunities for Team Training Wheels, but ultimately it just seemed like they weren't able to get their combos and their synergy in line. And just ultimately, you know, it kind of shows in their really inability to secure kills in that game. But, I mean, credit Randy Newman. They're not an easy team to play against. But with that, unfortunately, no post-game because it is 1:12 a.m. where I live. So apologies to Randy Newman. I would love to do a post-game, but I need to go to sleep. So take care all. Thanks for watching. Have a great night. Bye now.